Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here with another arena video. Now, this particular arena run is very special to me because it's the most fun that I've ever had in arena. Okay, my 12-0 Hunter run was a lot of fun from a few weeks back, but this particular run, at least in the TGT era, is definitely, I think, just the most fun I've had, because the deck that I'm about to craft is just so special, and you're going to see why in a minute, why exactly it's so special. Now, this deck didn't go 12 wins, but that doesn't matter because I just had so much fun, and the first 8 games in this series were absolutely insane. I think I must have annoyed my opponents so much with the plays that I made, or the plays that I set them up for. So it's definitely worth you viewing the first the first 8 games, certainly, just to see how things went. So we're about to go into the drafting process here for a mage. Now, mages are interesting. They are still one of the best classes in Arena. I think they're still up there with Paladin. Shaman has risen up the ranks with TGT, but Mage and Paladin are still very good and very effective, particularly if the Mage can draw into its class cards, Frostbolt, Fireball, Flamestrike, and so on. It's still an absolutely amazing class to play. The problem with TGT, the expansion, is that obviously it's diluted the card pool more, so it's becoming harder now to draw into those great class cards. I've already played a few Mage Arenas after TGT was released, and I did pretty well with them. You know, getting 6 wins, 7 wins, 8 wins. I did well, but the trouble was drawing into the class cards. That was the issue. Drawing into Frostbolts, Fireballs, Flame Cannons, Flamestrikes, even Blizzards, not easy to do because TGT introduced so many new cards into the game, and not only drawing into mage class cards, but also drawing into just generally other good cards that you'd normally draft. Cards like Harvest Golem, for instance, you know, one of the best cards you can play early game in Arena. You know, cards like Sludge Belcher, for example, on turn 5, Piloted Shredder, Mech Warper, and Spider Tank. Those are cards that are considered excellent. Bomb Lobber for turn 5, Piloted Sky Golem for turn 6. Drawing into those cards now, I think, is just much harder in Arena because the TGT cards have sort of diluted that card pool a little bit. And some of the TGT cards are really good, some are not so good, and so it's quite problematic sometimes when you're faced with a draft and you know you were hoping to get some of those neutral cards that were particularly good, but you just never given the opportunity in the drafting process. Okay, so sorry for the delay here with this. I think at the time of recording this, I had a few problems with my connection or with the software, so I was just trying to sort things out. But we should be getting into the drafting process very shortly. Interestingly, my win rate in TGT has actually it's better than my win rate from GVG and from Blackrock Mountain. I think I'm averaging 5 to 6 wins at the moment since TGT came out, and I've played a bit of Arena. So overall, I think I'm just winning more than I was comparative to the other expansions. It's interesting. I've also drawn a lot more legendaries in my decks, and I've noticed playing against opponents as well and watching pro streamers, they seem to be drawing into more legendaries too. It's quite interesting. I don't know if Blizzard have changed something in the game dynamics, in the drafting process that says offer more legendaries to players just to spice things up a bit. I don't think it's a good thing because legendaries can just be game sweepers, game winners, particularly the right ones drawn at the right time. So Kel'Thuzad, for example, Ysera, Dr. Boom. Those are cards, even Alex Straza, those are cards that can just swing games so quickly. Sylvanas is another swing card. So yeah, not not particularly great if you're seeing lots and lots of players with these legendary cards. So, here we go. I was tempted by crowd favourites. Whenever you play a card with Battle Cry, gain +1/+1. Well, the problem is, how many cards are we going to draft that have Battle Cry? So it has to be Pyroblast. It has to be. 10 damage. It's a game ender. Hungry Dragon, the Gilblin Stalker, or Gurubashi. I think it has to be the Gilblin Stalker here. Hungry Dragon's okay, but I don't like giving my opponent a card. Gurubashi is very slow, but still a very good card in a mage deck, because you can ping it and activate the attack gain. But no, it's the Gilblin. Stone Splinter Trog is an okay 2-drop. It's okay, but Harvest Golem is just one of the best 3-drops. Has to be Harvest Golem. Because of the Death Rattle, it's so hard to get rid of. So yeah, we're definitely going for Harvest Golem here. The Archmage is okay. It's 7 health, so it trades well with creatures on the board. But it's slow. It's a very slow card, and I think there may be other cards with 6 cost that you'd want to draft instead. Boulder Fist Ogre, for example, Blizzard. Those are cards for 6 cost that I think you'd want to draft. So it has to be the Harvest Golem. Stranglethorn Tiger is excellent in Arena. It's not vulnerable to Flamestrike. It can't be targeted by a fireball. It's really good. The Ascension Shieldmaster, though, is a taunt with 5 health. It is also not vulnerable to Flamestrike, and it's a taunt. And I think taunts are so important. If past Arena runs have taught me anything in TGT, taunts are lifesavers. It can mean the difference between life and death. So I think in this situation, the Shieldmaster is definitely the way to go. Frost Nova doesn't really do much. Unless you combo it with something like a Doomsayer, it's actually pretty useless. Or combo with Ice Lance, it's not actually very good. So I think we can forget about Frost Nova. It's between the Stranglethorn Tiger and the Shieldmaster. Shieldmaster it is. Silent Knight here I think is the best option. The Burly Rockjaw Trog is actually okay for a 4-drop, because sometimes your opponent will have no choice but to play spells and it will gain attack power. It's okay, and with 5 health it trades well with other minions, but in this situation the Silent Knight I think is too good. Because of the Divine Shield, you're going to be able to get 2 hits out of it. It's nice. It'll force your opponent to ping, perhaps. It's good. Dragonhawk Rider is actually pretty good. I like the Wind Fury effect with that card. You can run away with games if you can protect it behind a taunt, but Force Tank Max I think is too good here. We need a big drop. We've got 2 3-drops already, so we need a big one. The Undertaker is useless here, although it does combo with the Harvest Golem. Frigid Snowball has 6 health. It's okay, but we don't have many other spells here, so it's just got to be the Reckless Rocketeer. 6 damage to the face is pretty good. Venture Co, not a fan of it. Makes your other minions cost more. Argent Squire is okay here. Here, we need 2-drops. We're in a desperate need for 2-drops, so it has to be the Snow Chugger, I think. I don't think anything else really. Well, Razorfen Hunter's okay, but we've got 2 3-drops already, so I think we just need to bolster our early game for 2-drops. So yeah, Snow Chugger is good. Against weapon classes as well, it can freeze the face, which is pretty good. Yeah, there's no argument here. It is Argent Commander all the way. The other 2 cards are rubbish. Argent Commander, the charge effect, it's 4 damage charge. It's too good with a Divine Shield. Again, no competition here. It's the Bone Guard Lieutenant because of the Inspire effect as well. I think here, Mirror Entity is the pick. I think Mad Scientist is an option. It's a 2-drop, and if we draft other secrets later, it could actually be very powerful. But we may not get other secrets, and I think Mirror Entity is actually more valuable, because Mirror Entity on the right turn is a game swinger. In this situation, there's only one pick, and it's Flamestrike. Yeah, there's no competition. This is interesting. Spectral Knight's pretty good because we don't have a 5-drop. Amali Berserker is also excellent, and Duplicate I think is okay. I don't see it picked very often. I don't think many of the pro streamers would pick it in a situation like this. I think it's Spectral Knight. We need a 5-drop. Okay, so Annoyatron, Harvest Golem, those are the 2 cards that we're looking at here. We do need another 2-drop, but the Harvest Golem is still very good, and I think it's worth more than the Annoyatron because of the 3 health on the initial minion. It's just too good. Okay, Ship's Cannon or the Gurubashi. We've got 1 5-drop. We still need more 2-drops, actually. So I think we go with the Ship's Cannon. So here it's the Zombie Chow or the Acolyte of Pain. I think that Zombie Chow is the way to go. Acolyte's good for card draw, but it's very slow. So I think Zombie Chow is the option. We need more early game still. We've only got 5 early game cards. That's between 1 and 2 drops, so we need some more. Particularly because we've got a lot of late game as well, you know, with the 5-drop Spectral Knight and the Argent Commander, the Rocketeer, Flamestrike, the Force Tank, and Pyroblast. So, yep, Zombie Chow it is. Okay, here, Frostbolt. Has to be Frostbolt. We're lacking 4 drops, so there's some argument for a Stormwind Knight. Some argument, but it's not a significant argument. I think the Frostbolt's just way too good to pass up. You can use it to clear a minion, or it can also be a game finisher at the end. You know, 3 damage, instant 3 damage is significant. The Stormwind Knight is 2 instant damage with the charge effect. Yeah, it's the Frostbolt. Argent Commander, Unstable Portal, the Polymorph Boar. All 3 of those cards are actually really good. Polymorph Boar can be 4 damage to the face. You know, you can attack with a minion, polymorph it, and attack again. Portal is really, really good, in my opinion. I think more often than not, you get something decent. Argent Commander, we've already got 1 Argent Commander, and I don't know if we want another one. I think that's just too slow at 6 cost to have 2. So I think in this situation, we go with Unstable Portal. I just like that. We could get something crazy from it. Crazed Alchemist is fantastic in Arena. You can switch the health and attack of a minion and trade, but Suit Spew is also pretty good because we've got Frostbolt, so with spell power, it's decent. Ironfur Grizzly is okay as a 3-drop and a taunt, but I'm going to wear towards Duplicate here. It can be very powerful. Here there's no contest, it's a Spider Tank. All day, every day, Spider Tank. Arcane Missiles is okay, but no, we go for the Spider Tank. Okay, in this situation, it's between the Stormwind Champion and the Flamestrike. The Flamestrike is definitely the way to go. I think 2 Flamestrikes is just super strong. Yeah, absolutely. 3 I think is overkill, 2 is good. Here, we need a 4-drop. We desperately need a 4-drop. So, Silver Moon Guardian, I think, is the way to go. It's an okay card. Because of the Divine Shield, it's fine. In this situation, Mana Worm's good. The Gnomish Inventor's pretty good. We need 4s. But I'm going to go with the Mana Worm, I think, because we've got Unstable Portal and Frostbolt. Sorcerer's Apprentice, I think, is the definite pick. I don't like the Mad Bomber. It's never really it never really works out for me. It tends to do more damage to me, so Sorcerer's Apprentice is definitely the way to go. The Shield Master or the Spell Slinger. I don't like the Spell Slinger. Yes, it's a 4 health minion, but you give your opponent a spell as well, and that can be really, really bad. What if you give them a Flamestrike? So yeah. It's the Shield Master again, another taunt. All three of these are amazing cards. I'm going to go with Fireball. Polymorph is really good, but Fireball is just also very, very good. We've got lots of 2-drops or things we can do turn 1, turn 2. So here the Cavalder Raider is just really good. And we need a 5-drop. Okay, the Hobgoblin, it's not going to do anything for us, because we've just got the Argent Squire and the Mana Worm that can combo with it. So it's not great. So it's either that or the Pyroblast. And Pyroblast having a second one is just insane. Problem is, it's a very slow card. So you could be stuck with it in your hand for a while, and that could be a problem. But still, better to have it. I think it does more than the Hobgoblin. So 2 Flamestrikes, 2 Pyroblasts in this deck. Pretty insane. Okay, so we're starting off this run. Yeah, I've just checked my average win score post TGT, and it's just over 6 wins, which is pretty good.
For Doomhammer.
You asked for it.
The aim is to try and get 7 on average. So I'm making progress comparative to GVG, Blackrock Mountain, and now TGT, the Grand Tournament. My average win rate's been increasing. It's pretty good. Okay, so let's see if we can extend the win rate. So Mana Worm turn 1 is sensible. I can buff up the Mana Worm next turn with Frostbolt, or with the coin even. Okay, so the Shaman sees it as a threat, so naturally getting rid of it is sensible. But I've got a choice here. I'm going to play the Gildan here, the stealthed minion, because, you know, I fear removal, I fear a lightning bolt, I feel another rock biter. So let's just play the stealth minion.
It's clobbering time.
Okay, Ogre Brute's one of the best 3-drops in the game because of that 4 health, and in the early game it contests so many minions with 2 health and 3 health.
The light protects me.
So Frostbolt there, fantastic utility, freezing that Ogre Brute, putting the health down to 1. So I have a choice next turn. I can either trade in the Argent Squire, or I can ping the 1 health Ogre Brute. So some good options to play next turn. My hand is still pretty good, but it will depend on what the Shaman does now, actually. And this is why I've sort of come round to like Argent Squire. Because of that Divine Shield, it's pretty difficult to deal with. It'll tank 2 attacks, so it's pretty good. Okay, so here we've got some options. We definitely need to use the ping. So Bone Guard Lieutenant's sensible if we're going to ping.
I fight.
So here I actually want to get rid of the 2-3. I'm scared of removal that he may have, like Lightning Storm, for instance. So let's get rid of the more threatening minion. Of course, Abusive Sergeant there was perfect for him. Absolutely perfect. And so was that. And that. So, there are 3 things on board that are quite annoying. Thankfully, the Abusive Sergeant's got 1 health. So... Oh, that's pretty good. Mech Warper. That's not bad at all.
Powering up! Portals online!
I fight.
So I could have used the coin there and then pinged off the 2-1. That may have been a better option, but I want to save the coin. I've got some heavy minions left to come, and I may be able to use the coin to fit 2 of them into a turn. Okay, that's really bad for me. That's really bad for me, actually. Fire Elemental. It's just killed a minion. And he goes face. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that's really good for me. So now what I can do is I can contest the Fire Elemental, remove it from the board. It cost me 6 mana to do that, but I think it was worth it, because a Fire Elemental with 5 health and a healing totem on board can get out of control very quickly. Wow, the number of people that I see drafting the Tauren Warrior there, so I don't like it as a card. I don't think it's particularly great, but in a situation like this, it's not bad. It's going to force me to ping, so to use up 2 mana. Interesting. But thankfully, I've got the Raider, who says he enjoys raiding. Okay, I guess that's what raiders do. They raid. And now it's a 6/6. That's pretty amazing. That's really difficult to kill. He needs a Hex, basically, or another Fire Elemental to do 3 damage to it, or he needs something. Double Lightning Bolt, double Rock Biter. But yeah, it's a 6/6. It's very difficult to remove, and if he doesn't kill it, next turn it will be an 8/8. So that's like a bit of a power swing, and I don't think he has an obvious answer to it. If he did, he'd have snap played it. Okay, Blood and Plunder gets played. Oh, that's an answer. Okay. That's an answer. But he's had to use a minion as well. Okay, so the Raider got value there. I'm happy with the value it got. Unfortunately, I'm left... Well, fortunately, I should say, I'm left with a 2-1. So I can clear the 3/3 quite easily. And still have enough mana left over to play something. Unfortunately, the coin only gives me 7 mana. Otherwise, I could play both the Taunt and the Suit Spewer. So, in this situation... Oh, actually, sorry, I miscalculated that. That is 7 mana. So yeah, the coin does allow me to play both. For some reason, I thought both of those costed 8. No, they cost 7 in total. So yeah, the coin there was really good. So saving the coin really worked out for me there. Allowed me to get a board presence, and actually, in my opinion, board advantage, unless he plays something else, and he doesn't. So yeah, I've got the advantage, and that gives me even more of an advantage. The question is, and this is always the thing with Flamestrike, you've got to decide the right board to play it on, and that board there, it didn't offer value because I was able to clear it easily with my minions and still have them survive. With Flamestrike, you want a valuable board to clear, basically, and that's a valuable board to clear because there's a 6/4 that kills my 3/3 and still survives. I mean, that's pretty good, and a Taunt Totem is also a good thing to clear. So yeah, that board's great. That's a Flamestrikeable board, I think, anyway. A couple more minions would have been nice, but that's okay. I've got a Fireball and a Pyroblast in hand now. That's 16 damage. 16. It would be 18 if the Suit Spear wasn't silenced. But that's an insane amount of damage. And all he has is a taunt, is a healing totem. That's not going to get the job done. 16... 17, I mean, I could set up for lethal if I just play the Fireball and go face. So I could have got him down to die next turn, but no, it's fine. We have time. We have healing wave. That card is insane. Absolutely insane. And he's back to 30. Wow. So it's probably a good thing that I didn't use one of my spells last turn, because he's back up now, and we need to keep hitting face, basically, and get him back down again. It's such a good card, though. It can bring you back from the verge of death. It's interesting. Now that's, that's not really... That's not... Well, it's good for him, because he draws cards, but... See, he couldn't hero power there. He didn't have the mana to hero power. So... his Raider doesn't get value. But now, I think I can just win. And there we go.
Well played.
So, victory number 1 with Pyroblast. There we go.
Jaina versus Jaina.
You asked for it. My magic will tear you apart.
Okay, so another mage. Sorry,
Hello?
our first
Hello?
mage, I should say. The Haunted Creeper is a really good minion. It is a sticky minion, because when it dies it spawns 2 other minions. So it's really annoying, and it's usually a minion that you want to ignore unless you can kill it easily and kill what spawns out of it easily. It's annoying, so we're going to ignore it for now. We've got some interesting cards in hand. Frostbolt's really good. The Taunt is also excellent, as is Fireball for removing a big threat. So this mage plays a secret. Now, we've got to be really careful here. We don't know what that secret is. It could be Mirror Entity, it could be Duplicate, it could be Counter Spell, it could be Effigy. I think those are the most popular ones. Also, Ice Barrier is popular. So we attacked there to test for Ice Barrier. It wasn't. It's not Counter Spell. So it's either Mirror Entity or Effigy, I think, or Duplicate. So we play our own spell, our own secret, and cause him to have to think for a bit. So he's testing as well for Ice Barrier, and he sees that it isn't. So now he's going to test for Counter Spell. It isn't Counter Spell, so he draws some cards. That's a very slow turn for him. So now I can start building stuff up on the board, but I've got to be careful. If that's Mirror Entity, I'm in a bit of trouble. So I want to test for Duplicate, I think. I think that's the line of play. Because I can kill that Haunted Creeper,
I wonder.
and I can ping off what comes out of it. Oh, it's Effigy. Wow, and he got probably the best 2-drop in all of Arena. That's amazing. That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. Wow. Of all the 2-drops he could have got, he got the shielded mini bot. That's absolutely unbelievable. My luck. So, okay, at least now I can play the taunt, and that contests everything. I'm going to kill one of the spiders, because now it means that even with the ping, he can't clear my 5 health taunt. Okay, can't clear it. Unless he's got a spell. So that's pretty
I
good.
am freed from the curse.
That's not bad. So cheap hero power, and he gets a 6 health minion. Unfortunately, he's just played into Mirror Entity and given me the same minion that cheapens my hero power and has 6 health. So that's telling me all the other cards in his hand are really good. Or he didn't think it was Mirror Entity. Interesting. Wow. So now there are 2 minions on his board that I need to clear because they're just annoying. The shielded mini-bot and the 2/6 maiden.
I wonder.
I think the maiden is perhaps a priority, but it's got 6 health. Can I leave it be for a turn? I'm going to use my maiden to good effect. Use her health. You see, I could utilise a fireball here, and we're not on Flamestrike turn yet. So I think I'm just going to freeze his maiden and trade. I think the freeze and the trade's decent. I want to save the fireball. I could have used the fireball there, but I think trading is fine.
What we do.
And that's why we're trading. So this is really annoying. This abomination kills pretty much my entire board, I think. So I need to figure out the best way to trade into it. I could trade my ship's cannon and my maiden and have 2 minions survive, potentially. Yeah, so the suit spewer and the taunt survive, but their health totals are reduced even more, and he can ping the suit spewer, which is really annoying. Alternatively, I can use the suit spewer and ping and just lose the ship's cannon. That's another option. There's so many options here. I could use the fireball and I only lose 1 minion.
Time runs out on me.
Just lose 1 minion with the fireball. But it's my fireball and it's currently at 7 damage. Yeah, okay. I think I value the face damage here. And I'm just going to keep 3 minions on board. If he has a Flamestrike, he has a Flamestrike. Absolutely fine. He can do that. I'm playing around MC Tech as well. So Flamestrike and MC Tech. That's why I didn't want to put the Mana Worm down. Okay, Evil Heckler. Oh, with a Shattered Sun. Okay. That's an okay play, but I can get through that quite easily, actually. Just need to think about the best way of doing it. So the Evil Heckler has to die. Now I've used the fireball, unfortunately. So
From beyond the grave.
I've used the fireball, which means I've got to make trades. So is there an efficient way? Can I save one of my minions on the board here? Because I can play the taunt, you see, and I can get the hero power in, which is really good. So Maiden of the Lake that he gave me is doing a lot of work here. A lot of work. So I'm just going to go face with the hero power. Because whatever happens, I've got to trade all of my minions in here. And I'm back to having 3 on the board. I'm running out of cards though, and he has more cards. Flamestrike here still wouldn't do it,
Get behind me.
because the taunt survives. And it's not turn 9, so he can't ping.
May my ancestors watch.
There's that card again, the Taran Warrior. Everyone keeps drafting it. Okay, so here I can get through his board, really, without too much of a problem. I've got the attack power on my board. The question is, what do I want to lose and what do I want to keep? So, we're going to ping, because I'm going to trade in either the 3-5 or the 3-4. This is a difficult decision to make. What do I value keeping? Do I value the taunt? See, I'm at 24 health. I don't think the taunt matters.
Time runs out on
I think I value... Yeah, I value the Bone Guard Lieutenant because I can increase its health every time I ping. I think that's more valuable. Okay, another secret gets played.
Form ranks!
And that's really good for him, actually. Garrison Commander, because he can double hit. And a double hit's pretty awesome, because he just cleared probably my most valuable minion on that board, actually, at this point in the game. So I want to test for Ice Barrier. Ah. It's Vaporize. That's really interesting. You don't see Vaporize very often. So here, I'm going to use all of my mana. I'm going to ping, and I'm going to play the Force Tank Max. The Force Tank's really, really good. Because the Divine Shield. And he's at 8.
Well met.
So here, he needs to clear my Force Tank.
Well played.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, I don't even need the Force Tank. Pyroblast. That's it. So this is game number 2, won again with a Pyroblast. So far, this card has proven to be incredibly valuable, incredibly effective. Just as a game finisher. Okay, in that game I didn't need it, but let's say if it found a way to neutralize my Force Tank, maybe polymorph it, the Pyroblast would have come through for the following turn and would have just killed him. Okay, so this is a Shaman. This is our second Shaman. Shaman's a lot more popular in Arena now. You see far more of them. Prior to TGT, you wouldn't see many Shamans. They didn't seem to be all that prevalent. But now they're pretty much everywhere, actually.
Hello.
Greetings, friend.
I still think the Shaman class is very hit and miss, though, in Arena. It's good, and I think it's got much better because of the totem summonings and the other interesting class cards that they have. But I still feel it's hit and miss. I think you're so reliant on drafting and falling into those class cards, and Fire Elemental, which is such a good card, I think it's just harder to get now because the card pool is diluted. So Fire Elemental was probably your best class card, and because it's just harder to get, I think the class as a whole can suffer, particularly in the late game. You know, other classes have Flamestrike, that's Mage. Paladin will have Consecration, True Silver Champions to clear boards.
Freed from the curse.
For the Shaman, you've got some nice early game now for summoning totems and doing other weird things, but I'm not convinced. I've played a bit of Shaman Arena and I've done pretty well in it, but I'm not convinced that it overtakes the Mage or the Paladin yet. So this board's pretty threatening. We've got the Divine Shield 3-drop. That's 3 attack minions, sorry. That's pretty good. It's an interesting turn there. Okay, and he clears a minion. That's fine. Oh, and it heals too. That's really good for him. So I can clear some things here. It's just dependent on what I want to clear, how I want to go about doing it. What minion do I see as being more threatening on that board? Well, definitely the 2-5. So I think here the sensible play is just to play Mirror Entity
Remember, kill for loss.
and just trade. And that's fine. See, his 2-4 kills my 3-2, and I think that's what he's going to end up doing. But it's okay. It's fine. It's just the 3/2 there, the Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's just something to play. And he's just given me an ogre. Wow, that's incredible. If I didn't have Mirror Entity up, there's every chance there that I'd have lost this game based on that Boulder Fist Ogre and the Healing Totem being up. But because I've got a way to clear that ogre now with my ogre, interestingly, yeah, he's just given me an ogre. Why would you give me an ogre? Why not play something small and play the ogre the following turn? See, I can just kill it. I can play a taunt to protect my ogre now. That's insane. I can clear his board.
Remember, kill the loss.
So I've decided not to play around Lightning Storm here. Well, I can't play around it. I've got to clear his board, not leave anything on it. So if he has Lightning Storm, I'm in trouble because he's got card advantage in his hand. But I've got the Force Tank Max to come, and I've got Pyroblast and the Reckless Rocketeer. In this context, I think all three of those are really good cards.
I smell.
Just very expensive cards, unfortunately. Yeah, Lava Burst, such a popular card. A bit like the Pyroblast in that it's like a game finisher, a game ender, or it does clear minions effectively. So here, I think just getting rid of the 3/2 is worthwhile. I'm considering pushing damage to the face here.
I wonder.
But again, if he's got a Lightning Storm or an AoE, I'm in a lot of trouble. So I'm going to trade. Yeah, I'm going to trade. And I think keeping the Divine Shield on is really powerful, because if there isn't a Lightning Storm here, I'm in good shape. Wow, and that's why you don't pick Hungry Dragon, particularly when you're about to die in Arena, because it's just given me a Dust Devil, which is insane. Because now he's got a choice. Do you kill the Ogre? Do you kill the Dust Devil? They both do 6 damage. The Dust Devil has Wind Fury. Okay, so he killed the Dust Devil. Yeah, and that's it. Right, so death by Reckless Rocketeer. That's a pretty good way to go. Okay, so Pyroblast didn't finish this game off, but what's fascinating is that it was an option in our hand, and we could have used it at some point soon, but we didn't need it. Okay, so that's a Shaman beaten. Right.
Jaina versus Gul'dan.
And we're going up against a Warlock.
Your soul shall be mine.
Warlock's always very
You asked
solid
for it.
in Arena. It's not my preferred class at all, but it's just generally solid. If you draw into the demons, if you draw into Void Callers,
Hello.
it's really good. And that's what you've got to be careful about. If he plays a Void Caller, what's it going to bring out onto the field? Okay, so we have a 2 into a 3 into 2 4s, and I think those taunts there, the Shield Masters, I think they're going to do a lot of work in this game.
ease your pain.
Okay, so Mistress of Pain, pretty good, but 1 attack. So here I can play the 3-drop, but now I'm going to remove that. Because the Mistress combos very well with Abusive Sergeant. It combos very well with, I don't know, a Demon Heart, if he's got it for a later turn. I think some players would instinctively ignore the Mistress, thinking, ah, it's only 1 attack, what's it going to do? But no, I think it's worth getting rid of.
You smell like a leopard.
Okay, Evil Heckler. He's going to force me to ping. That's his aim. I could play the taunt, but it does nothing really. It just dies, and the Heckler is still alive. The problem with the Evil Heckler is it only has 4 health. That's the issue with it. And I think 4 health minions are easy to kill in Arena because they trade with two health minions. They trade with a 2 to attack minion. Sorry, they trade with a 3 attack minion and a ping. Tournament Medic is really good in Warlock, actually. Really good. So I'm just going to play my taunt. The Tournament Medic, what it allows him to do is to tap and restore the 2 health that was lost. So in some ways you call it an almost free tap. He's still using 2 mana to tap, but he's getting the health back. And Warlocks, the more they tap, sometimes you're happy to see it because their health total goes down and down and down and down and down some more. And that allows you to finish them off quite easily. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, the Tournament Medic there, it restores the 2 health when he uses the hero power. So that's not good for me. Okay. So right now, I think I'm just gonna play Duplicate. I think this is a good time to play Duplicate. Because to be honest, I wouldn't mind getting either of these minions back as duplicates in my hand. Suit Spear is really good because of the spell power. The preference, obviously, is to get the taunt back. That's the preference. I'm hoping he's just going to kill the taunt. I'm hoping he doesn't know what secret it is.
So many possibilities.
That he's just going to try his best there to get rid of it. Yeah, he is. And that's so good for me. 2 taunts in hand at 4 cost. Absolutely fantastic. In fact, 3 of them in hand. Wow. What is it with people drafting that card, the Maiden? It seems like the 3rd time we've seen it now. Okay, so the question is, what's threatening on his board? So I don't like the Maiden, and I'm going to kill the Maiden. I don't want to make his hero power cheap, and for him to be healed when he executes it, because with the Maiden and the Tournament Medic, it is literally almost a free tap, a free hero power. And I've gone to work on the Medic. I need to kill it eventually. So let's see what he's got. You see, the trouble is because of the Tournament Medic, he's got so much value from it so far. He's still at 28 health. The number of times he's tapped, if the Tournament Medic wasn't there, his health would be lower. I still think I've got the advantage though, because we've got a similar number of cards in hand.
Your magic shall not save you.
Interesting. Okay, he makes the trade. That's okay. Okay, so another taunt I think sounds good here. And the secret's pretty good. We're sort of going to bluff another duplicate here. He's probably thinking, right, that secret is duplicate because he's played a taunt. He wants me to kill the taunt and get 2 more taunts back in hand. So he's probably thinking, yeah, it's duplicate. So he's probably just going to hopefully just play a big minion here and fall straight into my trap. Oh wow, Demon Wrath. Okay, that's pretty effective. Possibly testing for counterspell there, I think. This is the beautiful thing about Mage Secrets. Since TGT, Effigy was introduced, just making it even more confusing on what secrets could be up It's, or could not be up. It's just interesting. You create a lot of confusion with your opponent. Because you can bluff particular secrets and make them scared. Okay, so I've got a tournament medic now. I don't need it because I'm at 30 health. So actually it's a pretty useless minion. It's for me. It's just one attack. It's not going to do anything. Wow, Siphon Soul. That's fantastic. If you're the Warlock, you're pretty happy with yourself right now. In fact, you're really happy with yourself. Because you just killed a Force Attack Max with a 6-cost spell, and your health total is insane. Wow. Okay, so here I've just got to place stuff. I think that's the order of the day here. I need to get stuff on board so I can do enough to damage him. So this is pretty good.
The light protects me.
2 Divine Shield minions, a minion that can't be targeted by a spell, a Tournament Medic that's useless, and a Taunt. It's a good board overall, if we discard the Tournament Medic. Oh, okay, 1 attack is still 1 attack. It's alright. And the Warlock's down to 21.
What you want?
Oh, that's pretty good. That's really good. 3 attack Tournament Medic. Okay, now it's pretty threatening. Now it's allowing him to tap without the health cost. And attack for 3 with 5 health. That's pretty insane. Question is, what does that actually contest on my board? I have a 6 health minion, 2 Divine Shield minions, and an 8 health minion. He'll need to throw other stuff down, basically. Oh, Summoning Portal. See, I'd question the logic behind that. Oh, Kodo. Wow, that's really good. It just killed my my Argent Squire. Okay, I'm not questioning the logic behind it. It's really good. Because next turn, if that Summoning Portal is still alive, theoretically, he'll be able to unload probably most of his hand if he's got low-cost minions. So, I can't get him down to 10 health. Because that's what I'd need to do to score with Pyroblast next turn. So, I have to clear stuff from the board. Okay, so play everything apart from Pyroblast. That's sensible. But now make a decision over what to trade into here. It's not an easy decision. All of those minions, apart from the 1/2, are annoying. The 3/5 has 5 health. That makes it annoying. Summoning Portal is super annoying. And the 3/5 Tournament Medic is even more annoying because it just heals him when he taps. So yeah, I'm going to prioritise with things I know I can kill. You see, maybe I should have killed the Summoning Portal there. Maybe that was a mistake. But I'm valuing the damage because if he can't clear my board, next turn I've got lethal with Pyroblast. So I'm valuing fate. Oh. I was going to say I was valuing face damage, but Nefarian. Yes, to quote Nefarian, Mage, you should be more careful. Actually, no, I don't. I don't need to be more careful because that was your whole turn taken up playing that dragon. And in any other situation, I'd be scared. But I have Pyroblast in my hand. So, in any other situation, I'd need to kill Nefarian. I'd need to trade in.
I enjoy raiding. Almost out of time.
Okay, so this isn't too bad actually.
Remember, kill for us.
Well played.
There we go. So that's another one. Another big win with Pyroblast, and actually in that situation, I think Pyroblast was a massive game winner for me because he played Nefarian, and if I didn't have Pyroblast, there's sort of no guarantee that I'd have enough attack power on the board to kill him the next turn, so I'd have to start trading, and Nefarian is at 8 health. I'd lose pretty much most of my board in the trade. Unstable Portal may get me something, but it's these kind of turns where you start to lose because you end up having to trade, or you just go face and then he, I don't know, uses one of the spells that he got from Nefarian to clear your board. So Nefarian there is super powerful, but very slow because it took up pretty much most of his turn to play, and I had lethal on my turn, so I was lucky. If I didn't have the Pyroblast, there's actually an interesting chance that the Warlock would have won that game. So far, Pyroblast has been pretty good to me, actually, pretty good. Still debating on the merits of having 2 Pyroblasts in this deck and 2 Flamestrikes. You know, does that make the deck too slow? Would I have preferred 1 Flamestrike, 1 Pyroblast, and another Fireball, or another Frostbolt? You know, would that have been better? These are questions that I think, you know, sort of come to mind as you progress through. But you know, at the moment we're on 4 wins.
Jaina versus Jaina.
And we're heading into a mage game now.
My magic will tear you apart.
Wow, that hand's really good. Such a good hand. I didn't even need to think about it. Just snap, click the button. Yes, I'm keeping that hand. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a 1-drop plus the coin. So good with the Mana Worm. You get so much value from it. Okay, so
Hello?
let's see if he plays anything.
Hello?
Okay, he doesn't. That's great. So I'm trying to take control of the board here with this Mana Worm. I'm fearing a Frostbolt, fearing a Flame Cannon, maybe. Would I be too sad if he used it? No. That's not too bad, because to kill my Mana Worm, he's going to have to ping next turn. That's really good then. But I know he's going to clear it. Okay, I know he's going to attack into it, so I want to flood the board. Okay, I could have gone with the Silent Knight, but I think getting 2 minions on board, 2 extra minions on board is really good. Just pressure, early game pressure. It's going to take his time up pinging, you know, that Divine Shield, pinging the Mana Worm. It's good. So whilst he's busy pinging things, I can get busy playing things onto the board. See, next turn I can play the Silent Knight. The turn after, I can play Snow Chugger and I can ping. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, so he values getting a minion on board as well. He doesn't want to ping or attack with his stealthed minion, the Gilbin Stalker. So the question is, do I want to go face here and be aggressive, or do I want to clear the Snow Chugger? I think you need to control the board while you can. So I'm just going to clear it. And I'm going to play the Silent Knight here, I think. Or I could go with Zombie Chow and Snow Chugger. But Silent Knight's so strong because the Divine Shield. See, now I'm giving him a choice of things to ping. I'm saying, do you want to ping the Argent Squire? Do you want to ping the ship's cannon? Do you want to ping my Mana Worm and trade with your 2/3? You know, what do you want to do? So making it difficult for him, actually. And you see, it's so interesting. He's not pinging. Once again, he values getting a minion on the board. I think most conventional logic with this game would say ping, 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 clear the board, clear the board. He's defying that. And it's risky because I'm able to get more stuff out onto the board, and I've got advantage on the board. Okay, yes, the Water Elemental is pretty strong and really annoying because of 6 health. I'd actually have to throw 3 of my minions into it in order to kill it. So I'm not going to trade into that. I'm just going to, unless he makes the trades there, you know, my consideration is going face. If he continued going face with his Water Ellie, but no, I think he's going to trade. I think he's going to trade.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Yeah, he's definitely going to trade now. He can clear. Yeah, he can clear most of my board. That's really that charging horse is so good for him. And what you'll notice now is sort of Flamestrikes are dead in my hand. Both of those are dead cards. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting in my hand, and that's a worst case scenario. You only want to draw Flamestrikes on turn 7 or beyond, or on turn 6 if you've got a Sorcerer's Apprentice. So I've got this problem now of, yeah, they're dead. They're just dead cards. And if I'm not careful, the mage can come back from this, clear my board of the 2 minions, and I'm stuck until turn 7, waiting to play Flamestrike. So this could end quite badly if I'm not careful. Yeah, and the Archmage there, that's really bad for me because it's got 7 health. It's going to contest my Flamestrike. So what I'm going to do here is I'm either going to trade or I'm going to go face. And when I say trade, I'm sort of telegraphing this idea that maybe I've got a Flamestrike. So no, I'm not going to trade. It's not worth it. I want to get the face damage in because let him make the trade. He's desperate. He needs to trade. Let him trade. And you know what? He's going to kill the 3-2. That's what he's going to do because that's what I would do. And you know, if you kill the 3-2 with the full 7, you're putting the full 7 into Flamestrike range. Perfect. So please do it.
My mount very explodes.
Oh, great. I win the joust. Okay. So the Yeti's really annoying because it's got 5 health. Oof. If only he'd played a 4 health minion, I'd be so happy. Okay, so he's gonna ping. He's thinking about Zombie Chow there. He'll probably want to trade in the 1-2 next turn with the ping. Okay. So he killed the Apprentice. He did what I thought he would do. But that puts the Archmage down to 4 health. So now, is this board Flamestrikeable? Do you know what? It is. Because just playing a Gildan Stalker and a ping is too weak. So let's kill off most of the board. And now I'm going to force him to trade his high value Yeti into one of my cheap minions. He has to trade. I'm at 30 health.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Oh, we're getting a spell here. Alright, secret. Interesting. And a trade. Okay. So, values the trade with the Snow Chugger. Fair enough. Testing for Mirror Entity. It is Mirror Entity. Okay.
Shall not fall.
Okay. That's fine. Do you know what? I'm going to trade. I have to. I can't let him build up a board. Yes, I do have Flamestrike, but that Harvest Golem's quite annoying. I want to get more value out of Flamestrike, to be honest. I want him to unload his hand. I want him to think that I don't have another Flamestrike. And do you know what? What are the chances that a mage has 2 Flamestrikes, especially after TGT, with the increased number of cards and the reduced chance of drawing a Flamestrike now? He's thinking, yeah, my opponent doesn't have a second one. Okay, that's annoying. 5 health minion. Now I'm thinking, yeah, I probably do need to Flamestrike, actually. Because 5 attack, 5 health. It's just too annoying. I've got options here to kill him. Actually, I can Flamestrike that board, attack face for 2, and then I've got a charge minion for next turn to do more damage to him. See, now this game is coming down to top decks. Who can draw what card and win. That's pretty much what it's coming down to. The advantage I have is that I'm at 28 health. And I think his inability to play anything may have just won me the game there. So the Force Tank is better than the Reckless Rocketeer. Yes, the Rocketeer in my hand does charge for 6, but it's not going to kill him. So playing the Force Tank's good. It's going to force him to have an answer for the Force Tank. And he may be forced to ping it and then cast a spell or whatever it is he's going to do. So I'm hoping to take up 2 of his mana on this turn just with a ping. That's pretty good. It may stop him from playing more of his cards. But if he can't remove my Force Tank from that board, I have lethal next turn. And that's why drafting the Rocketeer I think is really good. I think people overlook that card. They don't rate it terribly highly. People don't draft it. I think it's a really good card, personally, as a finisher. But it can also be a dead card in your hand if you don't have the opportune moment to use it. So I'm just going to do face damage here, and you know what? I'm going to pass. He doesn't know I've got a Rocketeer in my hand. He's seen 2 Flamestrikes, and he's thinking, yeah, what's the mage got left? So he doesn't know. So he's going to be careless here, hopefully. Or not, he's not careless, that's the wrong term to use. He's just not going to expect 6 damage to the face. Okay, and that's super good. This is my trump card. He has to ping the Force Tank here to survive, and I think he's thinking about it. He's calculating the damage. Yeah, he's thinking, yeah, ping the Force Tank. And now he's dead. Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. Oh, polymorph ball. All right. Oh yeah, you're dead. Insane damage, so aggressive, but it's a win. Alright, and there we go. It's another win. 5 wins. Okay, so we're heading into our next series of games with this arena deck. So far we've got 5 wins, and you know what, 5 wins is something I'm happy with. It's my target. My target is to average 5 wins.
You asked for it.
And if I can do that, it's pretty good. I think if you get 4 wins, you're considered a good arena player. So to me, I've always used 4 as the benchmark. So 5 has always been my target.
Hello.
I greet you.
So anything above 5 is a bonus. Now, obviously, as the games go on, the matches get harder. Because the quality of your opponent's decks is going to increase as you progress through your wins. So this Warlock probably also has 5 wins. Okay, so that's interesting. The Echoing Ooze. It's fine. Because I can contest it. Imp Gang Boss. Really good card. Probably one of the best 3-drops in Arena. Purely because every time you attack it, it's going to spawn a 1/1. So I need to think carefully here. I think I'm just going to clear the Ooze. And I'm going to play the Spider Tank. Because it's got 4 health. And I think that's pretty important. We need to get a beefy minion down. Something with a good health total.
From the void.
Now that's dangerous. Void Caller. Because you wonder, what does he have in his hand? What demons does he have? So you want to avoid killing that Void Caller for as long as possible, I think. Until you've got a board built up that can deal with whatever pops out, or a spell that can deal with whatever comes out. At the moment, I think I'd struggle. It's dependent. If he kills the taunt, for instance, and I'm just left with the ship's cannon and spider tank, I think I'd struggle. So I think at the moment, I need to prioritise on clearing the Imp Gang boss. I think that's the right thing to do, whilst preserving as many of my minions as possible. So now with 4 things on the board and him just having the Void Caller, hopefully I can deal with whatever demon pops out. Alright, that's a bad one to deal with. Oh dear. That's a Doom Guard for free, and he's able to clear the ship's cannon. Oh wow. Okay, so this puts the Warlock in a tremendous position here. How do I kill the Doom Guard? I can't unless I waste my Reckless Rocketeer. But to be honest, if that Doom Guard stays alive, I could be in a lot of trouble. Yes, it's only got 4 health, but it's probably going to kill at least 2 other minions before it dies. So even attacking it with the 2/2 and a ping doesn't solve it. So or resolve the situation. So I need to get rid of it. I'm going to be greedy here. I'm going to be ridiculously greedy, and I'm going to go face, because I know on... Oh dear. Right, I know on turn 10 I have Pyroblast. I wasn't expecting the heal bot. I just wasn't expecting it. And now I'm in trouble. So greed, there's a lesson to everyone. Greed does not work out unless you have a Frostbolt in hand that you can use to kill a Doom Guard. Yeah, if you've got a Frostbolt in hand to kill a Doom Guard, greed's a really good thing. Yeah, so saved by the Frostbolt there. And now I can kill the antique heal bot. Okay, so I'm okay. I'm okay. I somehow recovered that. I think this deck, in general, is making me play in a greedy fashion. Going face, going face, going face, to set up for Pyroblasts. to set up a double Pyroblast, potentially. Oh, wow. That's really good for him. Oh, he discarded a heal bot. He had another one. That's really interesting. Right, so if in doubt, it's turn 8. And you need to play a big minion to contest what's on the board. You play a Force Tank Max. Okay, so how's he... Ooh. So that's how he... Alright. Okay, interesting. And Ghostface. Alright. Well. Face is the place. Sure. And let's just ping the face too while we're at it. How's he going to kill me? I don't think he can kill me on 20 health with a taunt in play. And notice I didn't play the zombie chow, because I don't want to give him health. And he's about to give me a Cult Master. That's... It would be good in any other situation to draw cards, but it doesn't matter. I win. Unless he has a heal bot next turn. That's the power of Pyroblast. Yeah, sure, you can play all of the charged minions you want. Sure. Sure. Clear my board. Clear my board. Yeah, go ahead. And in any other game, the Warlock would be in a commanding position. Even at 9 health. With those 2 minions on the board. But I have a Pyroblast. Good night. That's it. Well, at least he said well played. Okay. So, Pyroblast Mage. How many games has Pyroblast won me now? Interesting. We're on we're on 6 wins. I'm happy with that. I've beat my 5-win target. I'm on 6.
Jaina versus Malfurion.
Right, the Druid. This is our first Druid match in the series.
You asked for it.
Okay, there's the Pyroblast. I'm going to throw it away. That's really good. Okay. Mana Worm, Bone Guard, Lieutenant, Harvest Golem. A 1, a 2, and a 3. Really good for me. Okay, so do you know what? It's always helpful to look at how many cards your opponent discards
Hello.
at the start there. Perhaps it gives you an idea of whether his hand was any good or not. And if he's had to discard most of his hand, which he did there, what are the chances he got good cards back into his hand?
Another night on the prowl.
Alright, stealthed 3-2. That's interesting. It's interesting. Do you know what? I'm just going to play the Bone Guard Lieutenant, I think. I could Unstable Portal, but now I want to get something on the board. I want to see what he does. I want to see if he trades with the 1-3. Now, he's not going to trade with the 1-3 because he knows I'll just ping on the following turn. I'm sure this druid's pretty smart. You know, we're battling for 7 wins here. That's infinite arena status, 7 wins. But if you get your gold back, 7 wins. Okay. It's fine. So he's leaving the Mana Worm up. Now this could come back to haunt him, potentially. Right, obviously on that turn it didn't come back to haunt him, but if I'm able to play Frostbolt and Unstable Portal all in one turn, yeah, it could come back to haunt him.
Pain, speak to me.
Wow, Acolyte of Pain. I was offered that card in the draft, and I decided not to take it because it was too slow. Now you see, in this situation here, how do I kill the Acolyte? I could Frostbolt it, and that would kill it and only draw him 1 card, but I think a Frostbolt's a waste on the Acolyte. I'm actually, and some players, probably the pros, would disagree with this strategy. I want to save the Frostbolt for something else. So I'm just going to Unstable Portal. Oh wow, another ship's cannon, okay. And I'm just going to play out, my hand, I think. So I'm gonna double hit. I'm going to give him 2 cards, but I've got 3 on board, and I've preserved. Well, I think that was a misplay. I should have hit with the Harvest Golem and then pinged and preserved the Mana Worm, because the Mana Worm's more important than the Harvest Golem. I want the Harvest Golem to get damaged
Freed from the curse.
because it spawns another minion. I want it to get damaged. So that was a misplay on my part, you see, because now the Maiden of the Lake contests the Mana Worm. So that was pretty bad on my part, but it's okay. I've got a Frostbolt, and now I need to decide: do I kill the Maiden? No, I'm going to go with the Secret. Duplicate's okay here. See, actually, what I'm hoping he does is that he finds a way to kill the Mana Worm or the Harvest Golem, because those 2 minions... Oh, okay. Sludge Belcher. Those are 2 minions I'd like back in my hand as copies. I think that works out pretty well for me. It's interesting that he played a Sludge Belcher. Obviously, I can kill it, but I've got to use up my Mana Worm to do so. Or I could trade in the Harvest Golem and the ship's cannon and ping. No, I'd value them on the board. So I'm just going to ping, and I'm going to trade. Okay, I lose my Mana Worm. It's at 2 health anyway, so it's probably going to die. So let's use the Harvest Golem. Right, now, I hope he kills the Harvest Golem. So I've set this up so that the Harvest Golem looks awfully attractive to kill. So please kill the Harvest Golem, because if you do, I get 2 copies of it. And even at this stage, this later stage in the game, the Harvest Golem is still very good because of the Death Rattle. So there's the Death Rattle, it spawns a 2-1, and I get 2 copies of it back in my hand. That's beautiful. Well, he knows it's not Mirror Entity, so clearly he wasn't playing around Duplicate there, and that's quite bad, I think, on his part. Oh, Starfall. Maybe this was his plan all along, actually. Yeah, so maybe this was a good play on his part. but maybe the ordering was wrong. I don't know. I think you'd prefer to give me 2 ships cannons as opposed to 2 harvest golems. Back to the hand. I don't know. Anyway, the raider there who says once again he likes raiding. That's his battle cry, his voice effect when he comes down. It's a bit like a job interview, you know, and you go up and you say, "Oh, what do you like doing in your spare time?" "I like raiding." That's what the raider there would naturally say, obviously. Piloted Sky Golem, really good card, but I think it's too slow for him. He's got 14 health, and I have a fireball.
High tide.
Oh, high tide, he says. Okay. So he likes raiding on the high tide. Well, he's an 8 attack.
High tide.
He's an 8 attack raider now, and the fireball. There we go. So, what are we at? 7 wins. So, Infinite Arena. That means I get my gold back. So 7 wins is the gold standard in Arena, pretty much. So if you're a new player looking to get into Arena, 3 to 4 wins is considered good, I think. 5 is generally excellent.
Jaina versus Uther.
And 7 is the gold standard.
I will fight with honor.
You asked for it.
Okay. Well, I'm keeping this... Oh, maybe that was a bad idea. I should have probably got rid of that taunt, the first one, because this hand's not very good. I need a 2 into a 3 into a 4 as a minimum, like I've been getting in my previous games. This is not good. Really not good.
I wonder. Reporting for duty. Greetings from beyond.
Okay, so he's just doing nothing but hero powering.
Reporting for duty.
Is this hand worse than mine? Well, my hand's okay now, because I've got a 3-drop I can play. And that's pretty good. He's probably hoping that I hero power, and that's what I'm going to do. Because I want to buff the minion, the Bone Guard Lieutenant. I want to buff it up. I think it's valuable, because I'm scared of a True Silver Champion, of a Consecration. But no, he didn't have Consecration, he had Hammer of Wrath. Okay, that's okay. This seems like a very slow Paladin deck. And my deck's quite aggressive because of the Pyroblast and the Fireball and the Frostbolt and the Reckless Rocketeer. If I can just get a chain of damage going, I can win this quite comfortably, I think. Okay, so Stranglethorn Tiger is wonderful for him because of the stealth effect. Unfortunately, yes, it contests my taunt, my 3/5, and it survives, but I've got ways of killing it. So he's going to find it really difficult to get back on the board now, and he's already at 18 health.
Undefeated.
Alright, Master Jouster. Great, I win the joust. That's so lucky for me. So lucky. Because that card is very annoying to deal with. It's the kind of card that can give him board control based on the amount of resources I have to invest to kill it if it had Taunt and Divine Shield. So we kill the Tiger. I'm going to play around MC Tech by sacrificing my Gilbin Stalker and keep the Divine Shield on the 3/3. Ooh. So Coghammer is one of the best weapons in the game. In my last 12-win Paladin Arena run, which is on my YouTube channel, Coghammer did win me a game or two. It's just so solid, it's just so good. in this situation, I need to kill the 5/6 taunt. I need to find a way to kill it. I can either trade in both of my minions and I can ping, or I can play the Rocketeer. But no, just playing the Raider. Yeah. That's alright, because I've got a 6/6 on board. How's he going to kill the 6/6? Oh, that's how he's going to kill it. Seal of Champions, one of the best cards in Arena. I use that card in my Paladin Arena, and I've used it in multiple Paladin Arenas now to get a good number of wins. Such a good card. Now, if you look at his board, it's pretty threatening. In any other situation, I'd be worried. He's got 10 attack on the board, plus the weapon damage. In any other situation, I'd be worried. But I have a Force Tank. I have a Rocketeer, I have a Pyroblast, and the trick with all of these cards is to know when to play them. I play the Force Tank there to get something on board. Oh wow, Blessing of Kings! Unbelievable, this guy's got it all, his deck is crazy. Okay, now I'm actually worried, because it's not turn 10. I can't Pyroblast his face. And he has 13, 16 on board, and if he's got a weapon... what I'm thinking about is, can he kill me next turn if he's got something crazy in his deck? Can he do it? It's actually a worry to me. That's why I'm hesitating here.
I wonder.
Shush!
So do you know what? I'm actually going to go face, even though I'm worried. Come on, how's he going to kill me? 16 damage on board. I'm at 25. He needs 9.
Who am I? None of your business.
Okay. Play a secret.
I'll show them.
Load your board up. Yeah, sure. And as I say, in any other situation, I'd be dead right now.
Silence!
But, hello. Pyroblast to the face. 10 damage to the face. Kaboom. Okay, yeah, I had the Frostbolt too. That, actually, no, he was at 5 health, wasn't he? Was he at 5? Can't remember. Oh well, so Frostbolt may not have done it. Anyway, Pyroblast to the face wins. Another win. Makes me almost want to auto-pick Pyroblast now in future Mage Arena runs. I've actually passed it up in some runs before, when I've had what I thought were better alternatives, but it's got me 8 wins.
Jaina versus Uther.
Okay, so another Paladin, yay.
Fight with honor.
Yay.
Asked for it.
Let's play against potentially what is the best class in Arena, Paladin. I mean, you saw that last game. You saw how crazy his deck was. Seal of Champions, you know, Blessing of Kings, absolutely insane. You can see why that deck in that last game has progressed as far as it did, you know. Okay, so we've got a 2, 3 into a 4. I could have mulliganed away the 3 and the 4 in the hopes of getting a playable 3-drop. There's duplicate's not really a playable 3-drop. It's just an effect that you play when you can to get some form of card advantage in your hand. This hand is really bad because drawing Pyroblast was terrible, drawing the Rocketeer was terrible. If I'd drawn something else playable on turn 3, this hand would be really good, but it's really bad, and I could be in trouble. Yeah, I'm in trouble. That's not what I wanted to see. Oh, and that's terrible. Okay. Should I attack? No, I'm gonna keep it stealthed. Let's wait till next turn. And this is super slow from me, and I think this opening could actually cost me the game. His opening has been really good with the Spider Tank. Spider Tank is probably one of the best 3-drops. Yeah, and his opening just got even better. Muster for battle. He's gonna throw damage at me now. This is really bad. He's doing to me what I've been doing to my opponents in the last 8 games. So ship's cannon is good. Ping. And do you know what? I'm not actually going to kill the spider tank. I'm going to kill one of his 1/1s. I want to make his trades super, super awkward on this next turn. So we've got a 3 health minion and a 2 health minion. How do you want to trade? Well, you're going to have to throw your 1/1s in. You're going to have to tank one of the minions with your sword. Was that a hammer? And you're going to have to throw the spider tank in as well. And be left with nothing. Yeah. That's pretty good. Getting some value there out of the Gilbern Stalker, the 2/2 on the board there, by killing one of his minions earlier, the 1/1, rather than just sacrificing it to the spider tank. So he's having to think about this, which I guess is good for me. It means he hasn't got a clear answer to it.
I must move quickly.
Okay. What have you got? Paladin.
Not one.
Oh, that's terrible. Wow. Wow, I'm in so much trouble. So he plays a minion, he's got a minion on the board, a 2/2. The spider tank survives because of the shield. And now I'm getting blasted out of the game. This is the power of Paladin with its class cards like Argent Protector. Such a good card for trading on the board, for gaining board advantage and tempo on the board. It's so good. And I've just been thrown out of the game because of it. Yeah. How do I come back? He's got a weapon as well, a 2-charge weapon in hand. So it's going to be really challenging. Basically, my out in this game, the winning play will be Flamestrike, I think. But as you can see, I've got 2 Pyroblasts in hand. I'd rather have 2 Flamestrikes in hand as opposed to 2 Pyroblasts. That Rocketeer is useless. Both of those Pyroblasts are useless. This is a game which is really hurting me because of what I've been drawing. In the previous games, I've got so lucky in terms of my draws.
Ready, sir.
In terms of drawing the right cards at the right time. Wow, that's not a Flamestrike. That's a taunt. And I don't like it. So I'm going to use the Rocketeer. The reason I've used the Rocketeer is because my taunt, which is 5 health, it just dies to his 4/4 and the weapon. And the 4/4 doesn't even die. It survives attacking my taunt there. My taunt's a 3/5. So the Rocketeer, yes, it's face damage lost, but... Oh, okay. But it killed a 4/4. That was pretty good. But the Sludge Belcher is just so insane. It's resistant to Flamestrike on turn 7. And of course, I don't even draw a Flamestrike. You know, a Flamestrike played on that last turn could have saved me, potentially, because it would have killed 2 minions and weakened the Sludge Belcher. But I'm just not drawing it, and those Pyroblasts are dead in my hand. They're just dead. Dead cards. Useless cards. And that Sludge Belcher is just insane. Such a good card in Arena. Such a good card. The chances are it can absorb a couple of hits just on the initial body alone, and then when it dies it spawns a 1/2 taunt which will absorb another hit. So on average I think it'll absorb about 3 hits, and that's significant. Absolutely significant to winning or losing in Arena. But he's on 26 health, he's in a really good position anyway. I'm dying slowly, I'm on 16. And that Knife Juggler is really bad. For this reason. Right here. So 1/2 juggles and a 3rd juggle. Right. So I get duplicate. Normally that would be really good for me, having 2 Divine Shield minions, but it was too slow. I'm just dead. You know, yeah, I can taunt up. That doesn't even do anything, because I'm at 9 health. Flamestrike. If I had double Flamestrike, I think I would have won this game.
What to do? What to do?
I think I would have won.
Bingo!
Yeah, Tazdingo does nothing there. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh well, I tried.
Someday I'll be just like you.
I think at this level of play, though, at this level of play, you're gonna meet crazy decks. You're gonna meet insane decks, and unfortunately for me, my start was too slow. I drew into double Pyroblast for some reason, and so luck was not on my side. And this is the drawback. Oh, he even has True Silver Champion. Of course he does. Of course he does. Yeah, why not? Yeah. So luck wasn't on my side, unfortunately, in this game.
Well played.
Just got so
I am
unlucky.
sorry.
And he says, I'm sorry. I'm sure you're sorry, mate. I'm sure you're sorry. No, you're not. Right, so 8-1. Is this where Pyroblast is coming back to haunt me, drafting that card? Is this Blizzard's way of saying, the game's way of saying, you're an idiot for drafting double Pyroblast and double Flamestrike? Would the deck have been better if I just pick one of each? You see, this is the question.
Jaina versus Malfurion.
Answers on a postcard, please, or in the comments section of this video.
You asked for it.
Did I misplay by drafting double Flamestrike and double Pyroblast? Please tell me if I did, because I probably did, you know. Would I have won those earlier games though? I seemed reliant on Pyroblast to win some of those earlier games, so if I'd only drafted a single Pyroblast, would I have drawn into it when I needed it in those first 8 wins? Would that have happened? I don't know, you see. So it's really difficult. I mean, I used Hearth Arena to draft this
My
deck,
greetings.
and Hearth Arena agreed that I should pick double Pyroblast, double Flamestrike. And do you know what? I've changed my mind. Yes, it was the right decision, actually, because otherwise I don't think I'd have won those first 8 games. I think it just so happens that the games you play against now, after getting 8 wins, they're just really crazy decks that you're playing against. Okay, so
I fight.
ship's cannon, contesting a ship's cannon. I've got the Divine Shield on the Argent Squire. The Argent Squire's pretty good here. You see, it's just tanked a hit from the ship's cannon, and he had to use his hero power to kill it. If it's played early game, it's really good. It's a bit like a Zombie Chow in certain regard. You know, Zombie Chow usually tanks 2 hits in the early game. Sometimes 1 hit, actually. Yeah, if it's going up against the 3 health minion, it tanks 1 hit. Here, the Argent Squire tanked 2 hits before it died because of the shield. Does that make it better than Zombie Chow? Maybe, I don't know. Alright, so the Mech Yeti. It's been played to contest both of my minions. I don't have a Frostbolt or a Fireball here. A Fireball would be really good for turn 4, just to keep control of the board. And do you know what? If I'd had a Fireball in hand, it's sort of a game-winning play. Clearing a big 5 health minion and going face for 5. It's like a game-winning play. Unfortunately, I've got to slow things down here, and I've got to ping. But I'm going to go face. And the reason I'm going face is because he has to trade into the 3-5. He's got to use the Yeti. And then I'll ping the Yeti on the next turn. But yeah, Fireball would have been really good there, actually. Alright, so there's the trade. He has to hero power here. What are you going to do?
For the king!
Oh, it's for the king. Charge. Okay. Alright. Still looking okay for me, though. Because I can still gain board control back and have the minions survive. Yeah, have 2 minions survive. That's really good. So when you look at this, you sort of think, yeah, I'm in a good position here. 3 minions on board. One of them is Divine Shielded and is stealth. Yeah, looking good. But it's a druid. Going for 9 wins potentially, so Okay, hero power. Kill one of my minions. Fine. Innovate. Oh dear. Oh wow. How'd you beat that? Kodo on my Divine Shield minion that hadn't even attacked yet. The value for him. Insane. Okay, so I'm in... sort of in a bit of trouble. He's only on 21 health. That's bad. Okay. I need to stop the Kodo from killing my 3-2. So I'm going to taunt up the 3-4. Force him to trade and hero power again. I'm trying to slow him down. That's what
Take a walk on the wild side.
Oh dear. That's bad. That's really bad. That's even worse. Oh my. He's gonna kill 2 of my minions. He needed exactly Living Roots to clear that minion. Oh. Do you know... Oh, I don't know. That is just so bad for me. Okay. Rocketeer? Yeah, sure, why not? What else am I gonna do? Suit Spear is useless here, it just dies to both of those minions. So I'm gonna go face. Because I've got a Pyroblast. Okay, so if only this was turn 9 or turn 8. Oh, and here come the big minions. Oh dear, I'm in trouble. Do you know what? If he didn't have an Iron Bark, if that was anything else, or even if he played 2 other minions, I think the Force Tank Max would have really helped me. Unfortunately, the Force Tank doesn't do very much here because it just dies to both of those minions. He can even hero power into it. Do you know what? Please, hero power. Oh, okay. I was hoping he would have hero powered, but he didn't. Because then I could kill him in 2 turns, you see. But he knows... Oh, and he heals, really? Ancient of Law, really? Okay, I think I've lost this game now. He needed precisely these cards, really, to come back. You know, Ironbark, Protector, Ancient of Law is a 5 attack, 5 health minion that will heal him. No. This is looking really bad for me, and I'm forced to use the Fireball here to clear the Ancient of Law. Because it does 7 damage, but it doesn't put him down to 10 or 9. I'd need to put him down to 9 in order to kill him on the next turn. Because if he hero powers, he goes back up to 10. Oh, North Sea Kraken. Such a good card. So this Druid had answer after answer after answer after answer. There's nothing I could do. You know, Ironbark Protector, Ancient of Law, North Sea Kraken, just one turn after another. How do you beat that? You can't. It's impossible. Double Flamestrike doesn't help. Double Pyroblast doesn't even help you in this situation. I've got to waste the Pyroblast on the Kraken. 9 damage is just too insane. Unfortunately, yeah, you see, he sees it. He sees it. He knows I'm in trouble now. Oh, look. Oh, look. Look. Yeah, sure. Play another Ironbark Protector. That's insane. His deck is just as insane as my deck. Double Ironbark, Ancient of Law. It's just as insane as having double Flamestrike, double Pyroblast. The difference being those are minions that he's playing that can trade with other things on the board and go face. I've got to play the Zombie Chow, and I have no choice. And by playing the Zombie Chow, I've sealed my fate, because the Zombie Chow's Death Rattle is going to heal him for 5. Oh, look, sure. Play a Giant. Yeah, sure, why not? Please, yeah, go ahead, play a Giant too. I'm not salty, I'm not angry, I just can't see how I can win this. Yeah, I've lost. Flamestrike. What does it even do here? What does it accomplish? So I can freeze that and ping it next turn. and pray or pray for another Flamestrike. Yeah, you know what? If I drew another Flamestrike, I think I'd be okay. But I've still got a Pyroblast left in this deck.
Elune, guide my lands.
Yeah, sure. Play another.
Guide my lands.
Play another minion. Then give me Flamestrike. Keep playing more. Yeah. Play that too. Now give me Flamestrike, please. Yeah, I can kill all of those things with Flamestrike and a ping. Give me... You see, if I draw Flamestrike here, I win. I think. No. I lose.
You win this.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Okay. Sure. His deck was crazier than mine. Second Ironbark Protector. You can't beat that. Honestly. That's more powerful, to be honest, than a double Flamestrike, double Ironbark, because of the 8 health. And playing it with other minions on board is just even more insane. Okay, so we're down now. We've lost 2 matches, and
Jaina versus Gera.
going up against a warrior.
Victory or death!
You asked for it.
I'm going to keep everything apart from the Rocketeer. Yeah, it's not a bad hand. A 1, a 2, and a 3, and then I can use duplicate as and when I want to get back a minion that I want. The plan is to try and get the Harvest Golem duplicated. That'd be really good. Warrior tends to be classified, I think, by many pro players as the weakest class in Arena. But you see, at this level, we're battling for 9 wins, and so like with my previous 12-win run with the Paladin, and my last game was against a Warrior for the 12th win, and the Warrior deck that I faced was absolutely insane. It was a taunt Warrior with weapons. It was insane. I still won, but it was such a stressful game, an intense game. You can watch that match on my YouTube channel. It's my in my 12-win Paladin run from a couple of days back. But yeah, we're facing this Warrior again, and we're going for the 9th win, and I don't know. These Warrior decks tend to be pretty good if they've managed to get to 9 wins, considering they're classified as one of the weaker Arena classes. So you know this deck must be really good. But my board there is pretty strong. The Divine Shield is so good here.
It's clobbering.
Alright, maybe not now, because he's played a 4 health minion. That's pretty tricky. So what's he doing? Is he respecting the Divine Shield? No, he's not going to attack. Alright. That's a slow turn. That's pretty good for me. Do I want a duplicate here? Do I want to cast that? I don't mind. I'd want the Harvest Golem back. As the game goes on, I don't really want the Argent Squire back. It's weak as the turns progress, but it's only got 1 attack. So I couldn't kill the ogre. Oh, he's got the weapon. Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, why not? Ogre go face. That's good for me. Going face is good. Yeah, sure. So I can I can kill the Giblin Stalker. Yeah, I'm just gonna play duplicate here. Because what I'm saying to him is I don't mind having one of these minions back to my hand. I have a feeling he's going to attack the Mana Worm because it's the most threatening because of spells. Okay. I would have preferred the Harvest Golem back, but a Mana Worm's okay, providing I draw some spells. Oh wow, he got so lucky with that. Oh dear, just cleared my board. Oh, Ogre, why couldn't you go face again? Oh, that's really bad. I have Flamestrike though. I'm alright, I think. It's just difficult here to choose what to play because anything I play gets contested by what's on the board. It is really difficult.
What to do? What to do?
Do you know, in hindsight, I probably should have played the Mana Worm. and the Bone Guard Lieutenant, and then pinged to contest the 2-3 with the Bone Guard. Maybe I misplayed there. Yeah, I think I did. Maybe that's going to cost me the game, I think. Yeah, that turn. So he's going to kill the 3-2 with the 2-3 no matter what. Yeah. Oh, Ogre's stupid. Goes face. Oh no, dear. Dark Scale Healer, really bad for me. Oh, that card's really good for me. So, Argent Commander, what are you going to do? We're going to trade, but how are we going to trade? What are we going to trade with? Yeah, we're going to trade. We're going to trade into the Ogre, sure. So, forcing him to trade into one of my minions here.
For the life binder.
Oh, he's actually holding a dragon. Oh my gosh, Corcoran Elite, so aggressive. So aggressive. 2 charge minions on 1 turn. How'd you beat that? Well, I have to Flamestrike, I think. Or I'm dead. More or less. Oh dear. Yeah.
What to do?
Such a difficult situation to be in. If it was turn 9, I could Flamestrike and ping, and I'd stand a chance of winning the game. But Flamestrike here doesn't actually kill the Dark Scale Healer, so I'd have to trade the Argent Commander in. But then I lose my board presence. Right. So do I go face or do I trade? I go face. I'm valuing 4 damage, and I'm saying to him, you need to trade into my 4-2.
They all bend to my command.
Oh wow, he's being aggressive as well. Oh. Dear. It's not good. I'm at 8 health. If he's got a weapon, I think I'm just dead. So here I need to clear 2 minions, really. I need to clear the 4-6 with the fireball. Can't leave the Spiteful Smith up with 6 health and 4 attack, it's too strong. And I need to ping. Okay, I need to ping. So now do I trade or do I go face? Can he kill me? Am I banking on the fact he doesn't have a weapon? Right, I'm going face. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have traded. Oh, Twilight Guardians, that's the dragon he was holding. Oh my gosh. Frostwolf Warlord. Yeah. Do you know what? Even if I'd traded, I'd still be dead. I'd still be dead. Because that Frostwolf Warlord is insane. There's nothing I could have done. There's nothing I can do. So he had the more aggressive deck, and even though he ran out of cards, he was following my strategy from earlier games. Be aggressive, be aggressive, be aggressive, and then just win. And that's what I did in my earlier games. I was relatively aggressive, and then I used Pyroblast to win. Or Fireball. So this is really good for him. Doesn't matter what I do, I'm dead.
Victory or death.
If only I had 9 health or something higher. Would Flamestrike have helped me there? Don't know.
Well played.
So close, actually. So close. He had the double charge minions, and that's what killed me, really. If he didn't have that, my health total would be much higher now, and I actually think I'd have won this game if I'd then drawn into things like Flamestrike, you know? Yeah, this is unfortunate. So there we go, we lose. So we went 8-3, but this is the most fun I think I've had in Arena, primarily due to those first 8 wins, and the insane Flamestrikes and the insane Pyroblasts. So much fun, and 8 wins is really good. So yeah, I've never had so much fun playing a mage deck in Arena before. It's a shame these last games ended like that. The reward there is really good. So yeah, I'm really happy with this deck. So thank you very much for joining me. It's been a lot of fun doing the audio commentary. Do check out my YouTube channel. There are other arena runs on there from TGT, some constructed games as well. Do check out my my 12-win Paladin deck and my 12-win Hunter Arena from about 3 weeks back in August. That was so much fun as well. So do check all of that out, and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.